David Livingston, Executive Director, Mississippi Loggers Association, and Casey Anderson. Casey is Executive Director, Mississippi Foresters Association. Good morning, lady and gentlemen. How are both of you? Can you hear me? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Good.
How is it that in the middle of nowhere we get a better connection than we do in an office on the Gulf Coast? I'm just amazed at this. Love the backdrop. Oh, good. This is the 35th annual, I do believe, from what the information is. And for people who were asking me where this is, Highway 25 south of Starkville at 53 St. Mark Drive. Is that correct, guys?
That's right.
That is correct, on the MSU Forest.
I got you. First of all, give us an idea of what's going on. Let me go to Casey first of all. Casey, tell me what's going to happen and what's going on and when does it start?
Yeah, so the event kicks off on Friday at 8 a.m. We have equipment suppliers all across the state that are here. They're doing live in-woods demonstrations of their equipment. So it's just a great time for people to come out and see the cool things that these equipment dealers sell and the cool things that this equipment can do.
Some of this equipment is not cheap. I mean, some of the stuff that it blows the mind. But David, how expensive is some of this stuff for loggers?
You know, starting out with probably the cheapest piece of equipment would be your knuckle boom loader, and they're going to start out close to $285,000 for that, and then it goes up from there. And probably the most expensive piece out here would be your track processors and track cutters and stuff, which we'll have numerous ones of those from the various companies out here. You're looking north of $600,000 for these pieces of equipment.
Casey, I don't think people understand the importance of forestry. One of the first things I did many, many years ago, decades ago now, that when I first joined the good family here, is one of my accounts was the Forestry Association. And I had a chance to learn so much about them that people don't realize that. Let me ask Lance real quick. Here's a test. Lance, what percentage of Mississippi is forested?
75%, maybe 80%.
That's more than I thought. See, I'm a Delta boy. I would have gone 30%. 65% of Mississippi. 65% of Mississippi is forested. And I don't think, David, people understand that.
No, they don't. It's a huge part of we're number 2 industry in the state. We have a $13 billion a year economic impact on the state, and it's just a huge, huge part of the identity of Mississippi and what we do. And the number of jobs and careers that are there, that are available right here in our home state, sometime is overlooked in this industry. And it's a vast industry everywhere, everything from your equipment operators in the woods to your technicians that work on all of this stuff, to foresters, to the Forestry Commission, to the U.S. Forest Service, and the list just goes on and on to industry, the industry that the woods industry, the companies like your Weyerhaeusers and GPs and those IPs and all the state and Vivas, they all need foresters. They need people that know and understand the industry and need foresters.
Let me ask either one of you, what's the next generation look like? Are we getting more and more people getting in that, or is it a generational type thing, or do we, just like farming, of any other farming, have a problem in the future?
So, I think just like all other, I think like any other workforce, I think if you look across the country right now, you can see that there's an issue with workforce. But I think that we're working really hard to push forest industry as a great option for students. We actually have over 600 students coming out here this week to see everything that's going on out here and hopefully get a good taste of some of these in our industry.
It's almost like, David, a diesel mechanic or something, because you bring in a lot of different things. You have to have that computer knowledge, almost like working on any cars now, because a lot of these things are run by computers, and it's almost a specialty, is it not?
That is correct. They're not mechanics anymore. They're actual technicians, and they have to be very computer savvy to be able to read these machines. They hook it up just like any car dealership. The technologies in these machines are probably greater than what's in some of the vehicles that we have out there on the roads today. They have GPS location on them. They can on the cut machines, they have the technology to know how many trees they cut in a day, where they laid that tree down, how many piles is out there, and they can communicate that to the skidder. So yes, the mechanics are not mechanics anymore. They're definitely technicians, highly trained and highly skilled personnel that we have to service these machines to keep us up and running and being as productive as we can be in the woods.
And Lance would know something about this. There's also almost the other parts of this beside the mechanic, beside the technician, beside all of that is land management, everything else. And goodness knows you guys are at Mississippi State, near Mississippi State. So how big a part they've been on this over the many decades. But not only that, it's just the market value. When to cut, when not to cut, when to wait, what the market's cut, all of that. Casey, it's a whole new ballgame, is it not?
Yes, and we have lots of great foresters and consultants across the state that, if you're a landowner out there looking to make those decisions, we can help point you in the right direction. Those people are a wealth of knowledge, and they know everything about what's going on and the right times to cut and thin and replant. So if you ever need any help with that, feel free to call us.
And also have MSU as an excellent resource too.
Absolutely. It's not like the corn crop or the cotton crop, because on this crop you get one a lifetime, or if it's pine, maybe two. I'm not sure what's the rotation of that.
About 30 years.
30 years per crop.
On pine.
On pine, yeah.
On pine. Is any of that irrigated, by the way?
No, the good Lord is the only one that has any control over our irrigation.
Okay, I know you guys are going to make a bigger effort or a big effort to get a lot of kids out there. Can you tell us about when that's going to happen? And is there still an opportunity to do that before Friday to get some kids out there?
So you can. Right now, we're pretty full with student groups. But if we're here Friday and Saturday, so if you want to come out, bring your family. This is a family-friendly event, so kids of all ages are welcome. Just come on out and join us. We'll have registration on site.
Is there an admission fee?
Yes.
Yes, there is an admission fee. It is if you pre-register, go online and pre-registers, it's $30 per family. If not, it's 40 days the day of. But we have a giant kids area that we'll have set up just for the kids, as well as all the other things. We will have food vendors out here Friday and Saturday and all. So if you want to bring your kids out and your youth out to experience what this industry is, this is a golden gem right here in Mississippi that most places doesn't ever. This is one of the largest shows in the South and across the country. And it is one of the very, very few the live shows, and it is the longest running live show. So there's going to be a lot to do out here over the weekend and everything. So if you could get your kids out here, it's going to be a great weekend to be out here, and it's going to be some beautiful weather and be a lot to see.
Absolutely.
Very educational.
Absolutely. One more time, the site is off Highway 25 south of Starkville. You cannot miss it. And for one more number here, guys, Mississippi is ranked third in the United States of America in timber-producing acres, and we thought folks needed to know that. Thank you, guys. We will be there on Friday, or the SuperTalk, I think Gerard's going to be there on Friday, so prepare for that. Appreciate you guys giving us the time. Good luck on the event.
Thank you.
Back with more coming up.